Hi guys, my name is Ben and I'm the lead tutor at ABC Consult. Welcome to ABC Consult channel. Today, we'll be discussing the topic, what is business analysis? Introduction to business analysis. What does it mean to analyze a business? Why will an organization decide to pay as high as £120,000 annually in form of salary to a business analyst, and in some cases as high as £500 per day as salary to a business analyst? What exactly is the job of a business analyst? In analyzing a business, what are the things that are required to be done? What are the skills required in analyzing a business? All these, among others, are things that we'll be discussing as far as this session is concerned. Kindly like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and of course, share with friends. Continuation that we'll be looking at, what is business analysis? But before we put it together, the first question is, what is a business? What is analysis? I started with analysis. What does it mean to analyze? When you hear the word analyze, what is the direct interpretation of analysis? From what I've got on the screen, analysis is a detailed examination of anything complex in order to understand hidden or unclear features. When we are analyzing, we are carrying out an ideal examination, a thorough examination of a complex matter, of a complex discussion, of a complex situation. The question is, why are we doing that detailed examination? We are carrying out the detailed examination because there is an intention, there is a target to understand unclear features, to understand hidden discussions as far as the subject matter being discussed is concerned. Analysis, detailed examination. Now, of course, what is business? A business is a commercial activity with the end result of delivering value to customer. A business being a commercial activity with the end result of delivering values to customer. So if we are to bring these two definitions together, when you hear the word business analysis, what we are saying, or what the word simply means, is a detailed examination of a business. That is, you are carrying out an examination of a business. Why are you carrying out the examination of that business? The business examination is being done in order to identify hidden areas in the business that has got problems, areas in the business that has led to some form of inefficiencies, which has led to adequate value not delivered to customer. This is what business analysis means. In other words, when you hear the word business analysis, what it simply means is examining a business. Why are you examining that business? You are examining the business to identify problems, to understand the need of the problem, because at the end of your analysis, you should be able to identify hidden features, unclear features. And I hope that makes a lot of sense. In case you have got any question, please feel free to put your question in the comment section and I will definitely attend to them. Now, in order for us to proceed into the next slide, carrying out business analysis requires some skills. That is, in order for you to analyze a business properly, it is important to have these skills. Of course, some school of thought may want to add to this, and that is agreed. But most importantly, these identified skills are important. The number one skill I've got on the slide here talks about communication skill. You will agree with me, in order for you to understand hidden features that are in any business, there is a need for you to communicate. And like I will share with you guys, it is important for you to communicate in simple English. Can you communicate? Of course, or a language that you are using to communicate with your business stakeholders. Now, in communication, your communication must be clear in such a way that the stakeholders, that is the business owners or those working within the business environment, even your team members, can easily understand what you are saying, as well as you can also understand what is being said. So your ability, or the ability rather, to carry out a communication, that is you understanding what is being said, and as well as they understand whatever question that you have been, whatever question that you put across to these stakeholders, defines your communication skill. When you are communicating as a business analyst, it is important for us to keep it simple and precise. Requirement gathering skill. Talking about requirement gathering skills has got to do with a skill where you are expected as a business analyst to gather the need of the business. Not only are you gathering the need of the business, you are gathering and documenting the need of the business. In order for you to gather and document the need of a business, this has got a lot of activities involved in it. Talking about requirements, don't forget, I shared another word for requirement is a need. The question is, what are the techniques that can be leveraged in order to gather the need of the business? Another session will be prepared to give you a clear insight on the requirement gathering techniques. But like I said, this is a very important skill for anyone who intend to analyze a business. Don't forget that the business analysis definition we gave is carrying out an ideal examination of a business being a commercial activity. The question is, why are we doing it? What is the end result of business analysis? The end result of business analysis is to understand unclear and hidden features in a business, which will lead to a lot of things. One of them, at the end of the day, will be understanding the need of the business. Another can be understanding the process involved within that business. Of course, I'm sure we all know what a process is. And if you don't, we'll get there and I'll share what a process is in a very short period of time. Another skills required for a business analysis is a problem-solving skills. That is, anyone who intends to analyze a business should be able to leverage different techniques that can help to solve different problems. The questions can be, a business has got a process that is not efficient. That is a problem. What technique can you leverage in order to identify the inefficiencies within that problem? Of course, to a large extent, you will agree with me that there will be a need for you to meet with the business stakeholders, the people working, for example, in that particular department, in order to understand the process that has got some inefficiencies with it. Problem-solving skills. Problem-solving skills has got to do with techniques that can be leveraged in order to ensure that problems are being solved. Problems can, of course, to a large extent, be anything within an organization. Like I said, I gave an example of inefficient process. Another problem can cut across probably inefficiency in value that is being delivered to customer. Another problem can be with the current, probably to a large extent, system that is being used within the organization. For example, it can be an old system with the advent of information technology, there is a need to upgrade the system, or it can even be a digital transformation problem. There is a need for the business to plug into the advance in technology in order to carry out a digital transformation on how services are being delivered to their customer. So the question is, what is the technique that you have that will help you solve problems? There are different analyses that can be carried out at, of course, every point in time, depending on the situation that is at hand. One of the problem-solving skill techniques that can be leveraged is what we call the Ishikawa analysis. To a large extent, Ishikawa analysis will help to identify the root cause of a problem. But like I said earlier, there are going to be sessions where we are going to be looking at some of these analyses in depth. Another skills required for analyzing a business is the stakeholder management skill. It is important for anyone that wants to analyze a business to be smart enough to manage stakeholders appropriately. It is important to know how to manage stakeholders appropriately. In a business, in an organization, we have got different stakeholders. And that is why questions around difficult stakeholders will always come to existence. How do you manage the stakeholder you are working with? How do you manage your team member? Stakeholder management is an important skill needed in analyzing a business. In managing stakeholder, because there are going to be situations where, for example, probably the organization is leveraging what we call the agile methodology, which will also, of course, to a large extent, discuss methodologies even as we proceed. Methodologies has got to do with the way projects in an organization are being implemented. So the question is, what are the methods that can be used to implement a project? We have got three popular methods, which are, number one, the agile methodology, the waterfall methodology, and the Wagile methodology. So I'm just trying to focus on the aspect of agile, which has got to do with accommodating changes. How do you manage a stakeholder that constantly come with a change in the business need? Stakeholder management. There is a matrix that we'll be discussing when we are looking at the stakeholder matrix that will help you to identify your stakeholder in respect to their power and their interest, so as to know how each stakeholder that falls within each circle or each segment will be managed. And the last discussion here is process modeling. What is process modeling? Process modeling has got to do with mapping or modeling the process of an organization. This has to do with the current state of the organization, or in other cases, it can have to do with the to-be state. So when we are modeling a process, what we are doing is we are drilling down into the organization activity in order to identify different actors as well as their task and any decision gate that is involved in order to provide a pictorial form of the organization process. So in analyzing a business, process modeling is essential. So today, I've been able to share with you 5 key skills that is required when we are analyzing a business. Don't forget, I said business analysis has got to do with an ideal examination of a business. Why are we doing that? We are doing this ideal examination in order to understand the organization needs, in order to understand the hidden features, in order to understand inefficiencies that can exist within a business. I don't know if you have got any question with the few skills that I have shared in respect to skills needed for business analysis. All I can share with you is if you have got any question or comments, please put it in the comment section and I'll definitely attend to it. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel displayed underneath the screen.